Hey everyone, it's Jessica, and this is your Gracious Health exercise routine. Today, to get started, we're going to be in a nice, comfortable sitting position. So go ahead and join me, and I want you to sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders down and back, keeping your neck, especially the back of your neck, nice and long, so your chin will be slightly tucked. And what we're going to do here, you're going to have your elbows bent to your side, palms facing up, and thumbs out. And we're going to go ahead and just squeeze our shoulder blades together in the back as we bring our arms out to the side. So squeeze, just come back down, making sure you're squeezing your arm where your bicep and tricep is towards your side the whole time. I'm going to read our verse for today while we do a couple more of these. The verse is Psalm 139, 23 through 24. Search me, O Lord, and know my ways. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. I'm just going to take a couple deep breaths and just let that soak in as we do a couple more of these. Make sure you're really squeezing. All right, and next we're going to do a nice little row behind. So you're just going to pretend like you have a huge row machine. You're just going to squeeze, but we're only going to do the end range of motion. So we're just going to squeeze those shoulder blades back and together. I'll do it from the side so that you can see. So instead of doing a whole range of motion, we're just going to end at the side, really pulsing those elbows back and back and back, really squeezing, keeping that neck nice and long. I'm going to go back and face you. Just gonna do a couple more of these. Really squeeze. It's one of those where you get out of it what you put into it. Just go ahead and squeeze. And I just want you to think about just the heart of the psalmist here. How he's wanting God to really reveal to him the areas where he's been offensive to him, that he really wants to change his ways and reveal what's kind of hiding underneath the surface. I know for me, it can be hard to really feel that way all the time, because you do something wrong, you're like, maybe don't search me right now, like I know it's not good in there. But the only way it's going to get better is when we invite God in. So this verse just reminds me that, one, God's not scary, but there's really that it will help us to go to the way of everlasting once we really clean out our hearts and test our ways that we want to be purified, that that's truly our heart, and that God wants to get in there and clean things up. He's going to get in there in your heart, some cleaning supplies, clean out the stuff that's not good, the offensive things, and just leave you in the way of everlasting, the way that is good, the way that produces good fruit in every area. All right, we're just going to do one more. Just squeeze and hold, 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 hold. Really squeeze those elbows and relax. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to do a couple push-ups first. Not first. We're going to hover our knees first, and then we're going to do push-ups. This is to just engage our core a little bit more. Hands nice and big. Make sure this inner part is into the ground. Making sure we're pressing our upper back into the ceiling, and just going to hold those knees up in the air. Looking straight forward. Just going to hold. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to relax. Just to engage your core a little bit. And then you can go ahead. We're only going to do 6 push-ups. So feel free, you know how you're feeling today. You can do them on your knees. We just squeeze those glutes forward. Or you can go ahead and do them on your toes. I keep my elbows in. It can help with some chest pain. Make sure you're nice and tall. Really think about your heart, keeping it open for God. All right, so go ahead, slowly lower, and then lift. Nice and strong. 2, 3, you're doing good. 4, last 2. And 1 more. And up. All right, next we're gonna go into Superman. So lie down to your stomach. Point those toes. Hands out to your side. And what we're gonna do here is pretend like you're flying. So you're gonna lift your chest and your legs off the mat. But you're gonna lift your legs, from your glutes, not like your hamstrings. You're gonna lift. So you're like a little parenthesis, because you're not really a C. Really squeeze those elbows down and back, and then return down. So fly, and then down and back. Just really think about allowing God in, and just thinking about how much He can do and how much He can purify in our lives. The psalmist wasn't a perfect person. He was well aware of his flaws. Go ahead and squeeze. But that doesn't mean that we should hide from God. We should be going to Him, asking for not only forgiveness, but also repenting and changing our hearts and changing our ways. So squeeze and hold, making sure those legs are lifting up off the air. Relax back down and up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just gonna do 2 more. Doing great. And last one. Squeeze and then relax. All right, and now I'm already sweaty. I got sweaty really easy in case you couldn't tell. All right, so you want to make sure your shoulder is underneath your wrist. This is very important, especially because we're going to do a nice, beautiful side plank. So go ahead. You can have your feet staggered, so one staggered like this. It can help you to be a little bit more supportive. If you're a beginner, go ahead, keep your knee and foot in alignment. Forward, it's also a great stretch. So even if you're not a beginner, you just want to stretch, I highly recommend it. If not, you can go ahead and stack. We're just going to hold for a little bit here, really pressing those hips forward, trying to stack them on top of each other. Shoulders relatively stacked, not too far forward or back. Just take a nice deep breath. Lift those hips up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So again, hand underneath your shoulder. Any variation that you want. If you notice that one side you can do something harder, I recommend you stay at that previous level. So I always recommend you start with your weaker side if you know it. If you're just learning that today, no worries. Maybe next time you can do it a little different. Not a big deal. So go ahead and hold. You're strong, keep going. Stacking those hips, really squeezing your obliques, lifting those hips, and keeping your heart open. Heart's nice and open. Doing good. Lift, lift, lift. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. So next, we're actually just going to do a nice little thoracic spine opener. Your thoracic's like your upper back. So all you're going to do, one leg's out, one leg's bent. You're going to drop it to one side. If you have a pillow or something here, that could be a great way to start out. And you're going to have your shoulder blades down. Mine doesn't really reach, and that's totally okay. We're just doing a nice quick little workout here. You're going to have your opposite arm by your ear, and you're going to go ahead and rotate over, tap the ground down, and then rotate back. Try to get as far back as you can, and just rotate. Really try to exhale as you turn in, and then inhale as you open back up. But yeah, I should definitely have a pillow here. So pretend my hand's a pillow, and just go ahead and go like that. I have done it on the floor, but not today. And that's okay. If you notice things like that happen, don't worry about it. But as we're here together, don't get angry with yourself or feel like, oh, I'm in such bad shape. I used to be able to do that. It's okay. It's just a different day. Could be lack of sleep, how you slept, so many different things. And then as you come back, I want you to really think about opening your heart and just inviting God in, inviting Him to search. All right, we're just going to do 2 more. All right. And you know we have to switch sides. So let's go ahead. Same thing. So we're going to go ahead, lay down. Keeping one knee in, extend the other leg out. Bring that opposite leg over. Hand behind your head. And just go ahead and you're going to tap again. Maybe adjust your shoulders if it's uncomfortable for you. This isn't going to feel like a crazy workout. It's more to just, it's engaging littler muscles. It's helping you to prepare for other movements. And I think it really helps you to like open up and really think about your posture. Because not only can you get posture in different positions, being all twisted, but also just the posture of opening your heart, keeping your shoulders down and back. All right, we're just gonna do a couple more on this side. And I want you to think about God just leading you in the everlasting way because you've allowed Him into your heart, that you diligently seek Him, to be purified by Him, to be tested by Him. So it's not just like He's going to come in and, clean everything up. Like there's a testing involved. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be the way to everlasting life. Life, not life. All right, just one more. And then relax. And now we're going to do a nice little reverse plank. This is so good for your posture. So you have 2 choices. You can either be like hands and feet, lifting up here, or you can go ahead and extend those legs out nice and long. Make sure your chest is out, shoulder blades up, and then you're going to squeeze those glutes to lift up those hips, and then you're going to hold. I'm going to point my toes. You're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're doing good. Looking up, lifting those hips. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, if you weren't already, we're going to bend those knees in, and we're just going to do a couple of tricep dips. And then it's going to be our last exercise for today. All right, so you're going to go ahead and lift those hips up a little bit. And we're just going to bend our triceps down. Just going to do a couple of these. Sometimes it helps to be on a little bit of an elevated surface, so maybe grab some books for each hand, or a couch or a bench. Just lower and lift. Doing good. You're nice and strong. Here we go. If you can't bend, just try to hold your hips up. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Great job. That was your little workout for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel closer to God, and I hope you have truly allowed Him to examine your heart, or you will do that later on if you couldn't do both at the same time. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. I also did want to give you a little update. I'm no longer going to be doing YouTube videos weekly. I'm going to go to every other week. If you do a revolution and you start commenting like crazy, telling me what you want, I can always increase it. But for right now, I'm going to go to every other week, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.